Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome back to another vlog. Today I am just out front here. This is the, can we get it up? ACLEDA Bank. So it is the reason I'm here. I didn't get anything done here. So, weird anomaly thing. I'm just going to bring it to your attention. So, if you're looking for Western Union, this is where you need to go to. They actually have a kiosk, they have everything in here. But if you go onto Google Maps and you type in Western Union in Siem Reap, you're going to get a multitude of power poles, light poles, empty buildings. Just like, it was weird. But this bank, it's at the corner. I'll post a link down below. It makes it easier. Reason being is I'm getting, I mentioned before that I have a little bit of an inheritance coming from a mother. So I sent all the banking information over. ABA uses a thing called a Swift transfer, which is that apparently it's linked to, I think, Chase, because in the documentation they gave me it was with Chase Bank in the US. But a family member that's processing this for me, their bank is not Chase and their bank doesn't process Swift. So they're getting a Chase there next month, she says, but who knows? So she's like, how about Venmo? I'm like, well, that's only in the US. So we talked about Western Union. So I'm like, I think there's Western Union here. Oh God. So it sent me down a rabbit hole and then some. So give me 1 second here. I think my screen's all dirty. 1 sec. Not sure if that's any better, but I wiped the screen down. It's just an overcast day and sun setting over here. So kind of blowing out a little bit in that direction. So yeah, it was weird. So I'm like, I said, yeah, I think there's Western Union here. And I looked online and I'm like, why are there so many telephone poles listed? Because I go and look at the locations. I'm like, trying to see if I because I know I've seen a Western Union sign, but it was at that bank. I walk past that bank all the time. So I was like, dang it. So I thought we at one of the money exchange stores and I was incorrect, but it's okay. So I'm going to give it a little bit of an update health-wise. Last week was rough. A colitis flare-up kind of took me out for more than a few days. Still lingering a little bit of pain coming from it, but changed my diet quite a bit. Changed a lot of things in my lifestyle quite a bit, all for the better. So the pain has diminished drastically, which makes me happy. Still a bit of bloating and everything, which I'm not going to be able to correct in a week. The colitis itself is an inflammation of my intestinal wall, so that will be around for a while. But things I'm doing is helping a lot. So one of the unfortunate side effects is the need to be near a bathroom for long stretches of time, and I haven't had to deal with that for a few days, so it's good. Other two is like dropping the alcohol completely. Even I was out today. I met up with Dean, Alan, and some subscribers to her channel. They recognized me from something. It was from Sonia. They know Sonia from Nan with a backpack. So, but yeah, we had a lovely chat, and they were having a beer, their little 50-cent draft, and oh, you want to join us? I'm like, I'll have a coffee. So I have myself an Americano. One Americano is the same price as 3 drafts. Yeah, like I should just start drinking water. It doesn't matter. The Americano was good, but it was nice. Having a nice afternoon. We chatted for quite a few hours, and always good to get perspective from folks about travel and why they're coming to Cambodia and they're looking to retire and all that kind of stuff. And I get it. I absolutely get wanting to move here. Just looking at this building, this is gorgeous. I just love how it looks. Just with the trees and everything around it. It's really pretty. What's it called? ACLEDA. I like it. This little area is neat. It's cool. Every now and again I stumble on things I didn't think. I walked down here before. I've just never walked this direction before, which is my own fault. So yeah, health-wise, heading in the right direction. So getting better. Mentally, getting there. That's the hard part. Always is the hard part. Dealing with, reasons why you stumbled and we're not, doing well. Again, dealing with this with my mom stuff today is, part of it. And I'm good. I thought that this would send me on a downward spiral, and it didn't. It was all good. It sent me on a weird quest, trying to find a Western Union when everything shows you a telephone pole or a power pole. I feel like I got a hair on my leg, and I can't remove it. So it's like, maybe it's a tendon. Something's going wonky in my leg. It was weird today. I went on to Facebook. Message from a marketplace person. I had ordered myself a keyboard for my mini PC and another game controller because I wanted to get one. Little mini PC that I loaned to Alan and Dean, I put in my living room. So I have it set up as a little miniature gaming machine and media server and stuff. So I wanted to get a little keyboard for it so that I can just, watch stuff on that directly instead of having to, turn on a big computer or anything. And I can play little video games, like lightweight ones. So like I have Borderlands 2, runs fine on it. So, it's ample. It runs a lot of games, medium or low settings, it's fine. Which for me is great. I don't care. I just want to play the games. So yeah, I got a little game controller and a little wireless keyboard for that. So I was checking this morning on Marketplace because he said he was going to stop by this morning and drop it off. So I was seeing if he sent me a message before I woke up. And he hadn't, but Facebook will give you the memories every now and again. And I got one, and it was this time last year. It was a picture of me at the VET station in Phnom Penh. It's 1 year ago today that I moved back to Siem Reap, so I've officially been here for over a year now. Well, this time. So I thought it was pretty cool, because I love it here, but this time of day is not the best for trying to cross the street. There's a lot of traffic. I'll get across. I see a gap. Here we go. So yeah, saw the picture and I was thinking it's been a whole year. And it makes me happy that I've been here, made this my home this past year. Because I knew I loved it previously, but when you've been here and living here effectively for over a year, I think you can officially consider it home. So I'm doing so. So that makes me happy. That was good. But yeah, I'm feeling good today. Last night, one of the first nights that I didn't have the AC on at all, I opened up the windows, let a little breeze through, and it was ample between the breeze and my fans. I woke up with congestion this morning because overnight pollen, I guess. I don't know, but it was fine. Took my allergy pill and I was good to go. But yeah, today's been a delightful day. It's just nice, low-key, relaxed. Not a whole lot of anything happening. Just sorting some stuff out around the house. With me trying to recover, I'm spending a lot more time at home. Trying to minimize my, adventures outside. Trying to stay away from the heat as much as possible. And just taking it low-key. Taking it easy, and that's it's working out. And then eating at home a lot. Right now I'm on 2 meals a day. I'm going to do this probably for another week or so, and then once I'm balanced and everything's good, I will be dropping that down to 1 meal a day. and see how that goes. It's all part of a fasting type thing. You know, getting your body into fat burning versus, you know, carb burning and stuff, and limiting intakes on things. I've done it in the past and it's worked out well for me. So, like I said, just going to reset my system as best I can and trying to expedite the process. With 2 meals a day, I find it fine. I don't snack throughout the day. I don't have snacks at night. Just have my breakfast and have a dinner later. It works out great. And so I'll have to decide what my 1 meal a day is going to be. I'm not too sure how long I'll keep it or if I will or what's going on with it, but it's a thought as it is now. But if I can do that for a month, well, that guy came on with a bad idea. Yeah, if I can maintain that for a month, it should help reset a lot of stuff in my system. But who knows, maybe the 2 meals a day is enough instead of, you know, 3, 4, 5. Depression will make you eat a lot and not necessarily things you want to eat. I think that's part of my problem too, was dealing with, you know, depression definitely fucked me up, or does in general. So I think just conscientiously trying to make changes to, you know, your mental health and your physical health. And, you know, and here's the thing, if I'm good on 2 meals and I go and do 1 meal for a couple of days and I'm like, nope, this is not for me, I'll just go back to 2. You know, I know I can maintain this forever. And I find it more beneficial here. I find that, you know, that breakfast in the morning is nice and satiating, fills you up. You don't need to have anything else. And then a dinner at night, and then I'm good, you know, full before going to bed. I drink lots of water throughout the day. But I don't get, you know, lightheaded, dizzy, none of that stuff happens. Which I've had happen in the past with other diets and things. So with 2 meals, I'm good. Plus it gives me that kind of the variance and change that I want sometimes, you know, like I like having my breakfast of, you know, soup or porridge or whatever I'm having, and then a meal at night, something that could be a bit more dense and calorie rich, I guess. Not really. My dinners have been fairly relaxed and good. I went and had the lorcha, and I enjoyed having those. So I've been making my own version at home. It's been quite nice. I haven't made chive cakes yet, but I'll figure that out eventually. Hello. And when I do, I won't be making those at home. Those, I think, are very fattening, but they're a nice treat every now and again. But the lorcha is nice. I just take ground meats, like ground chicken or whatever I have, with some veg and the noodles, and I just sear those together. I don't add any oil to it. Whatever the oil is coming from the meats, plenty for me. And then I add a fresh ginger and peppercorns and then oyster sauce just a little bit, then some soy, and then a little bit of water if I need to thicken it up, and away I go. It works well for me. As long as I have lots of garlic, I'm good. But garlic and ginger, I like the combination. It works well for my belly. But yeah, that is my story today. I'm looking forward to going home and having dinner, to be honest. Been out for quite a while. It's around 5-ish, 5:30. So I've been out for 4 hours. That's enough. That's not bad. 1 cup of coffee. When Dean and I were, I was sitting with Dean and Alan and their friends. Dean had messaged me earlier about getting coffee because he made make sure he was running low. I wanted to make sure that he had some. He asked me to remind him, so we were sitting there for a while. I'm like, hey, did you get your coffee? He's like, no. So we ran over and grabbed it. I'll show you guys here. Pull it out. The Sorry. The old market. There's a couple of different stalls that have coffee. This is the one I've been getting recently. This is one from Vietnam. And, oh, is it good? Paid $2.50 for this bag. I think it's 1 pound, half a kilo, 500 grams. So I get that one. So that one does my chocolate. And there's another one in here. That happens when you have a small bag and only one hand to fuck around in here. There we go. Sweet baby Jesus. I need a better bag. I'm gonna be doing this. And yeah, here's the other one. So this is the cherry memory serves. Yeah, so that's the other one we get. Each one's 10,000 real. What I do is a spoon of each, and it makes a really nice cup of coffee in the morning. So I get a full cup with that, and then I add another half scoop to the same ground, and then I make a second cup. So my second cup is it's a lot weaker, but I like it. It just, I get 2 cups in the morning. It works for me. Yeah, those are $2.50 each, so $5, and that'll last me month-ish or so. So basically, if it stops me going out for coffee for a week, it pays for itself. So not a bad deal for me. I still go out for coffee, but not as much as I used to. Like today, I had a cup when I was out, but that's it. That's all I've had. I haven't done anything else today. Been good. Well, except for buying all the electronics that got delivered this morning, but you know, that's an expense I needed. So it's honestly, I've been looking for a wireless keyboard for 2 years, basically. I haven't found any that I've really liked. I found a couple that were like, they were too bulky and too big, and like the keys just didn't it didn't work for me. And then this one was just tiny, like nice little, it's exactly what I wanted. It has little round keys on it, keycaps. So, and it came with like a plastic screen protector for it. It's like a rubber kind of mat you put over top. You can pull it off or keep it on, but for me, it's fine either way. And then the game controller, it's like an old PlayStation controller. So it's got the thumbsticks down below. But this brand that I'm getting, this is now the second one I've gotten from them. I have another one that's all Bluetooth, and it works great. Hello. And hello. But they have Hall effect thumbsticks. It's not going to make sense to people unless you're a gamer, but here goes. So if you've ever owned a PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, or any of those consoles, what ends up happening is you get joystick drift. So, 1 second, get past music. Hopefully this will work better without the music blaring in the background. So, if you've ever used a controller, after a while, you'll start to get what's called joystick drift, where you're not using your thumbsticks and all of a sudden it's still moving. It's just the design has been flawed, and it's a cheaper design that they came up with years ago, but it's crap. It's garbage, and it doesn't take much to knock them out of alignment. It doesn't have to be time. It can be a little bit of dirt. It's crappy. So Hall effect is a magnet system that works a lot better. It's a little bit more expensive to do, but they work better in the long run. And so all the major players like the PlayStations and Xbox and stuff, they're not using it because they make $60, $70 off a controller. They want them to break down, so you buy more of them. So you get these little cheap ones, and they use the Hall effect. They last a lot longer. And I paid $10 for a controller. I'm like, I'm in. So I got 2 of them, and the first one is all Bluetooth. I use that on my laptop. I freaking love it. But the only problem is, since it's Bluetooth only, Windows and Bluetooth is a nightmare. So now that it's paired, I said I'm never unpairing it. So it's staying right where it is. Oh, 1 second. I got more music. Walking across the street. Whew, taking your life in your hands. Just filmed a little bit back there. The the corner has always had like this really crappy pavers, and it's been water damage. So they're just pulling them all up and they're working on it. So I know the dean showed off that some of the docks are being fixed. So November is when the season kicks in again. So I guess a lot of things are being fixed up in preparation for that. I'm all in. So anyway, about these controllers. So I can get these cheap little $10 controllers that'll last me longer. And even if they only last as long as the regular ones for Xbox or whatever, it's still cheaper. I'll happily take it. But the thumbsticks will not drift, and I'm happy with that. Anyway, I've rambled enough. I'm in a good place. If you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, if you're still here, you're so inclined, I'll post a link to the video over here. See you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.